black woman, and the youngest one, Adrian Perkins, all have endorsed Tom Arsenault for mayor of the city of Shreveport, Louisiana. As me and you was talking earlier, there is a monopoly that's being played on black people in the city of Shreveport in regards to removing the majority and letting the minority rule. Um, it's sad, but it's true. A lot of people don't like us putting this kind of information out there for you. But here's the problem I have, Rob, that you got black Democrats that are supporting a white Republican, and not only supporting him, but have endorsed him publicly. And we as black people don't see a problem with that, you know. So, Rob, let us get your input on what you would think about individuals who are that have been mayors at one time, have been over this city, and the first black mayor man, the first black mayor woman, and the first black young man to become mayor in the city of Shreveport, which is African American, Adrian Perkins. What you think would cause these people to make such a shift against the Democratic Party, against uh, against common sense,
Political promises.
political promise?
Something was guaranteed to them. This is just my opinion, y'all. I don't want to act like I'm a political scientist or anything, but we follow this every day. We almost live and breathe as a pastor.
Right, right,
Let me go back and first say. Now you mentioned that we had those black people created a lot of firsts.
right,
First black mayor, he stayed there, what, 8 years. Then you had the
right,
first female black mayor. She was there 4 years. Then you had the youngest mayor, also who had to be black.
right.
Now, this is important.
I know it is.
All of them was black, and they spent a total of 16 consecutive years, and the situation of black people has never changed.
Have not changed.
Never changed. I can see it saying take a little time,
Right.
but 16 years.
Right,
How long do you need to change the dynamics for the demographic that's the majority of your city when you got black leadership?
right.
So in this case here, to me, the timing of it makes me suspicious.
Right,
What were you all promised
right. In order to
in
do
order
this endorsement.
to support this guy? Now,
Right.
you see that, they're going to try to flip the city council
Right,
also.
right,
So they're going to look for more tricks,
Right.
parlor tricks, to come out over the next few weeks before
Right.
the election. Because again, only way that you have these three people come out
right.
is that they had been planning this all along.
All along. So they done had to, in other words, you're saying they done had to sit down meeting already. To come
Probably
to,
before the
to
last
come to
election.
Jesus meeting.
Probably before the last election.
Yeah, before the last election.
It was
and
already
decided
said that, well, we know the people are tired. And I ain't knocking none of these people.
Right.
But the people were like, well, we know the people are tired of you, Adrian. Ali, you can't run no more. Cedric, you couldn't win against a fire hydrant
Right.
in Shreveport right now.
Right.
So they like, look, this is what we're going to do. We need Adrian and Miss Fuller to help us divert the vote.
Wow.
This is just my opinion.
Right, right,
But you know what my opinion based upon
Right.
previous history, the
Right.
track record, what we've been shown.
Right.
They're going to put somebody in there to divert the vote.
And
Now,
Rob, let me ask you this here. Now, also, now they got the House, the state House, they got the state Senate. Now, with all of this vocal money that we've been talking about, that they get mad and want to, talk their little talk. But the monopoly has been set up now for to do a complete takeover. And the complete takeover is now we got the House, we got the Senate. Now we make sure that here in Shreveport, Louisiana, we're going to be able to control the narrative of the money that under the buy and reinvestment plan and the money that's getting ready to be relinquished for infrastructure projects and other projects that are going to be major in this city. So now if you got a majority city council, because you don't need but 4 people to pass any piece of legislation. So now if you got enough white boys there on the council to make sure that you got the votes. So the only thing they needed was 2 more. The 2, where the other 2 is coming from, it's going to come out of District B, over there where Lavette Fuller used to be at. And she called herself a moderate, but she was a Tom, as well as Now they got the white boy Gary Booker, who went from being a Republican. This is how much they love him. He went from being a Republican to a Democrat. He only changed his party affiliation since now he's running for that district, and that district being majority black. So I want to ask you a question. The hypocrisy that's played on the Negro, why do we accept people, anybody that'll jump from party to party? The Bible say unstable man, a double-minded man is unstable in all his
Well,
ways.
think about it like this, Pastor.
So
Think about it like this. You just had 3 black Democrats to jump ship, basically,
that's what I'm talking
to
about.
Republicans.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's identity politics. What it is,
My
they
Lord.
think we so still so slow. They think that we still back in the 1920s,
Right.
whereas they could just say, y'all good old black folks got to vote for this good old white man because me, Cedric Glover said it.
That's it.
Because me, Ollie Tyler said
See
it.
it.
Because me, Adrian Perkins, 3 of your last 3 mayors who have done nothing for black people,
Right.
show black people what they really think about us when they went and switched today.
Right.
So to me, being suspicious, as I always am. My main first question is, what was promised
Something
to
has to be
them?
promised.
Now, if that promise that was given to them, meaning that 75% of this money that's coming down the pipeline is going to further development of Allendale, Lakeside, Queensboro, Cedar Grove, Motown, unless you're not saying that, black people still going to be standing around here while you got a white mayor and these 3 people who supported him.
Yeah.
You know what we going to be doing? Still talking about hands up, don't shoot, because now your poverty
My Lord.
level is going to further deep. You're going to see the income gap widen
Right.
because all that money ain't coming to the Cooper Road.
It ain't.
Allendale.
It
Lakeside.
ain't.
It's going to be in Ellerby Road, South Ellerby.
That's it.
So you got to get in. When we talk about identity politics, that's people are used to voting for somebody because they got on a nice tie and some shiny shoes.
That's it.
But they don't understand the policies.
My Lord.
They don't understand the legislation that these people promote. You know, like I'm gonna say this. I will say this. I can say this. Reason why I would highly and emphatically endorse Greg Tarver, because of all those politicians, and I can't include Perkins, but under Ollie Tyler, under Cedric Glover, you had a burning landfill
Right.
on the Cooper Road.
Right. You was talking about
It
that on
was
the way over
burning
here.
for 10 years, and they knew it. You
Right.
know Cedric Glover knew about it.
Right.
You know all of them knew about it.
Right.
But they knew about it because, again, what were they getting paid to be quiet when it was right there on Cedric Glover's homeland?
My
the
Lord.
Cooper Road.
The Cooper Road.
You knew about it for 10 years.
Yeah.
But it was until Greg Tarver.
Yeah.
For 10 years, they let it burn. In 2 months, Greg Tarver shut it down.
And Greg have gotten money for historical black colleges, HBCUs. Greg have done some major things in order to try to get some stuff done. Now, when you got a majority Republican House and a majority Republican Senate, you got to work cross party lines to get stuff done. And we all know that it's hard to get stuff done when you are in the minority. So here's what I don't understand, and it keeps troubling me because we keep electing the same old people that's going to follow the same old pattern, the same old way.
So that means we're insane,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they say the definition of insanity is keep doing the same old thing expecting different results.
Expecting something different. Now, we also want to talk about, we talked about it last time, a lot of the viewing audience heard us talking about it, but they wanted us to mention it again. We also talked about, Rob, Proposition 7 that was on the ballot that will remove slavery out of the state constitution.
But Cedric Glover them just put slavery back into Freeport politics.
That's why I
So,
wanted
again, it goes to show
Yeah.
how we would rather be entertained and informed. To them, it's a media spectacle now. Oh, 3 of your black males.
Right.
3 of your last 3 black males.
Your last 3
who
blacks.
spent 16 years
My-
in here, and the poverty level has, increased in those 16 years for black folks.
That's it.
But all that development is out there. So not only did we miss that opportunity to take slavery out the language of the United States Constitution, we actually missed a chance to take slavery out the mind of Negroes.
Oh my
Because
God!
you just had three house. I don't want to say too much.
Well, I'll say
just,
three house Negroes.
Three house
Yeah,
Negroes.
because that's not nothing. They know
I was
what
gonna
it
do
is.
this for you, Mr.
Yeah.
Arsenault. I was gonna be good for you.
Yeah.
All I need is some chicken and some watermelon flavored Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
Mr. Arsenault.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Arsenault, well, what do you want for your people?
Nothing.
These Negroes don't need nothing.
They don't need
Just
nothing.
let me be the face.
They don't need nothing. And Rob, let's talk further about what Proposition 7 that was on the ballot would have meant for people here in Northwest Louisiana and Louisiana as a whole. Now, it passed in 4 other states.
4 of the states.
Alabama beat Shreveport, Louisiana, beat Louisiana, period. Alabama decided that, hey, they want to get the language completely eradicated. Louisiana said, no, my Negroes, they okay with it. They're going to stay home and they ain't going to go vote. And that's exactly what wind up happening. Mm-hmm. So, Rob, you know, man, you done been in media, news, and everything else. What is it that caused people to believe people who don't have their vested interests at heart, that don't have their best interests at heart? They'll believe somebody that'll get up and tell them a lie quicker than somebody like me and you who going to tell them the truth. Because we ain't got nothing to lose, nor nothing to gain. We just want to give them the truth.
It's simple. All I have to do is make my lie look prettier than your truth. All I got to do is keep talking about crime.
Yeah.
Crime. You're not going to be thinking about when your son is innocently convicted of a crime and is doing 23 years in Angola. You're not thinking about how every month you now got to send money down there on his books. Y'all don't remember when Steve Prater say, no, I can't let these good Negroes go. If I let the good Negroes go, who gonna wash my cars for free? Right. No, they have an invested interest to keep that language in there because that allows them to say, well, we trying to rehabilitate these prisoners. We're gonna put them on work release, but you take 80% of their money.
Wow.
On top of the money that we paying as taxpayers.
Right.
So crime. Do you think they have a vested interest in stopping crime? Because if they stop crime, what happens? You don't fill up these penitentiaries.
Right.
That they get paid off of.
Right. Police department don't get raises and increases.
Do you exactly. Do you think, I mean, even though we know we have human rights and civil rights violations right there up the street at CCC.
Right.
Well, you got 3 men living in the room the size of a bathroom. One of them sleeping on the floor with his head next to the toilet.
Right.
Do you think that man want to do anything to free half those people?
I know
no,
they don't.
You know, you know why? Because if he free half of them, that's taking over probably maybe $10, $15 million away from him every year.
Right. So let me ask you this here. Now, the juvenile system is saying that they so overcrowded, so they want to actually, it hadn't happened yet, but they want to actually put young people rather than releasing them. I know you heard about that.
Angola.
They want to put young people.
Why not let them go?
Why not let them go? Let somebody.
I mean, if let's say it was violent offenders where they killed 8 people and you know just involved in robbery, rape, and mayhem.
Right.
I mean, ain't they children? Aren't they our future? Why not try to actually rehabilitate them? That's what the penitentiary system is supposed to be. So you taking some 17-year-olds and put them around master criminals now.
Right, grown
people
men.
who've been in there 40 years.
Right.
And they can't really teach them nothing but how to steal a car better.
Right. Ain't that something?
You know.
But you're exactly right. That's exactly what they are trying to do. They are making sure that they would put the young people. They're trying to get this done. Hopefully that some of the judges will decide that they are not going to let this go forward and let young people be put in penitentiaries. Hopefully they will release the nonviolent offenders.
Young slaves. Going
slaves.
back to the legislation.
Right,
if you
going back to the legislation.
Now you can have this 17-year-old boy who really just made some bad choices because he might didn't have a family structure or whatever.
Right.
Now you put him into that penitentiary system where you can make him pick cotton.
Right.
6 days a week, whatever.
Right.
But now you're creating a new generation of slaves.
And then Rob, this is the sad part about it with Proposition 7. You got people now hollering about, we didn't know the seriousness of it. We didn't know this. Man, we talking about it on the radio.
I bet you know Meg Thee Stallion's latest song lyrics.
Yeah,
I bet you know how to sing Cardi B.
Yeah.
Everybody knew Offset. Tragically, everybody knew about these rappers.
Right.
You know about all this stuff
Right.
that's designed to dumb you down to keep you from understanding Proposition 7.
Proposition 7. And that
But you
was,
woke. Y'all woke.
and explain it to him again, Robert. Proposition 7 was to remove the word slavery out of the state's constitution, therefore to give inmates and give outmates, I call inmates the ones that locked up, the outmates is the ones who they mistreating out here right
Yeah,
now.
the ones on
Yeah,
probation
the
and
ones on
parole.
probation
Think
and
about it, you got
parole. Yeah.
a lot of them that's
Yeah.
locked up still, but they just out on the street.
That's it, Rob. So the sad reality of it all, Rob, is that Proposition 7 would have helped the guys that's incarcerated, rather than you sending money down there when they work
On their
release
book.
program, they can earn a wage, a good wage of money to at least send money home for their children, pay their child support, and pay all that. And then you wouldn't be boggled down, and the multi-billion-dollar corporations won't continue to get free labor.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is making the richer richer and the poorer poorer.
That's what it was.
And so they was using that form of slavery in voluntary, indigenous voluntary servitude in order, according to the 13th Amendment, that if you go to jail, you become slave again. But what we don't understand, that if you out of jail, you still become a slave, because no democratic democracy will shoot somebody 17 times, 46 times, 72 times in the back of a citizen of a country. We are not citizens of the United States of America, a country that have equal rights for its citizens. Do not treat their citizens in the manner from which the United States have treated the African American. And it's sad, because if you're a citizen of a country, that means you have the same rights as all citizens. So if that was true in the criminal justice system, it's called criminal justice system. It was systematically set up
For just us to
for
be
just
labeled
us
as the criminals.
to be the criminal in that system. So it's another form of slavery. It always have been. So this is the sad reality of it is, now we'll walk around with these blinders on, and well, it ain't me, and we don't get involved to it happen to our child directly. As a people, we have neglected to get involved in serious situations. Just like over there in District B, you got the white boy, Gary Brooks, and you got Miss Marvise, the woman. You have her. Now, she's a business owner and have clerked it for judges, and have actually did the work that Miss Fuller refused to do, and that was to answer the phone and help black people with their problems. But now you got Bessie Smith, who at one time was a setting parish commissioner. She have decided now that she's going to go get on board with none other than Tom Arsenault, who's running for mayor as well. Her name is depicted in those names. You know, it's sad that even our black leaders, and there's no doubt she's going to go with the Democrat Brooks, who have switched from Republican to Democrat, because he was once a Republican, and now since he's running for that area, he said we can fool black folks because they're going to fall in line with the people that don't know what they're talking about and don't care about the vested interests of black people. So Ms. Smith has endorsed the candidate for mayor, which is Tom Arsenault, and I'm quite sure that they bagging Brooks as well over our beloved black sister. See, they don't want no black person, Rob, that's going to stand up and be for all the community, for all the district over there. They want somebody that's going to walk the token line. That's why they had Miss Fuller, put her in office. 97% of the time, I told black people she voted with the Republicans, okay? So now, if you vote 97% of the time with a Republican Party, Robert, do that not make you a Republican? That don't make you
like
know.
a duck, sound like a duck. It must be a duck. Now, it looks like a duck, sound like a duck, but it's an alligator.
Y'all know how Robert is.
But you said something, Pastor, that's dynamic.
Okay.
The dynamics of it.
Okay.
No matter, again, it's all about identity politics on this. No matter what you think about Greg Tarver, you cannot say that he don't get something done.
Right.
No matter what office he been in.
Right.
From city council to the Senate. When it come down to it.
Right.
And his people say this.
Right.
He's going to get it done.
Yeah.
Now, we know that, back before they invented electricity, Tom Arsenault was on the city council.
Yeah.
But what have you done since then Why? What have you done in there? Now you might have a business or whatever.
Right.
How many Negroes have you employed?
Right.
You know, we would rather overlook Greg Tarver and his proven track record because think about it.
Right.
How many people can Arsenal connect with down in Baton Rouge?
No.
Greg Tarver say something in Freeport, he's gonna get some action down there in Baton Rouge. He proved it as a senator.
But it's all about taking over that money, like you were saying earlier. Putting the monopolies in place. Robert, you have hit it on the head, man. And they want black people to be so naive, so ignorant, so stupid in the city of Shreveport to where they say, okay, well, you can elect a Tom Arsenault and you can have a person like Cedric Glover endorsed. You can have all the black mayors.
It's vote splitting. Again, since they don't have a candidate that they can put in this runoff,
Right.
they got to get these house guys.
Oh, yeah. House Negro.
They got to get these house guys.
Yeah.
In a sense, to divert the votes that Tarver will get. So just like they put Fuller in and Perkins, let Perkins stand when everybody knew that they didn't have a chance.
Right.
Everybody thought it was going to be Chavez.
Right.
Probably.
That's what they thought. Right.
So we were wrong on a lot of cases, but we're not wrong on this.
Right.
Since they can't run another person to split those votes, they got to go and get these Negroes.
That's what it is.
That's not running,
right,
but use their identity to split the vote.
But you know the arrogance of these Negro slaves, the arrogance of them to say to black people that what we're going to do to you, we're going to endorse a Republican over a known Democrat.
So now let me ask you a question. Are them same Negro going to endorse Trump when he runs?
Oh, no, they ain't going to endorse Trump.
Y'all just endorsed the Republican.
There you go, Rob.
In front of all of us.
Right.
Now, again, I'm not a Democrat or Republican.
Right, I know
all of them work for the corporation. And in this case here, it looked like the money coming down, the corporation say, we need this guy in here instead of that black guy.
That's it.
But are you Negroes now going to endorse Trump? Are y'all going to endorse Herschel Walker?
Yeah.
Are y'all going to endorse all these Republicans on a national level?
Right.
If not, why did you do it on a local level?
Because all politics are local. So we're dealing with right now exactly what's happening in the city of Shreveport. And you're going to have people who are going to try to ignore it. They're going to try to say, oh, it's okay. But why ain't none of these same people ever endorsed them? Because if you look at the record, these Republicans haven't endorsed Democrats. Mm-mm. I mean, even with our sheriff, we got a lot of people that have endorsed Sheriff Prater, but when it's time for him to endorse them, he don't endorse them. He don't have to. They just, listen, let me shoot it to you straight out there. A black wannabe is worse than a white.
Yeah.
Because he going to try everything he can to appease white supremacy, racism. He going to try everything he do. That means if he got to step on you, step under you, step over you, whatever he need to do, trample you down, whatever he need to do to you, he going to do that in order to protect the maintenance of white supremacy and racism. This is what they've been doing. It's an old game that all of them play. And that's why they don't want no real grassroots advocacy workers in those offices, because they know that you ain't going to go along to get along.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people, really a lot of people don't harp on this, but we don't understand the seriousness of the indoctrination.
My Lord.
That Willie Lynch said that needs to occur. What Willie Lynch said, if you all do this, what I'm about to tell you all, we will control these Negroes for at least 300 years, but most likely 1,000, because it's going to be self-perpetuating.
Right.
Meaning, if I can get the black man to hate, the old black man to hate the young black man, the young black man to hate the old black man, the young black woman to hate the old black woman, the
That's
old
what's
black
happening.
woman. Notice he said it twice. He said the young black man and then the old black man, the old man. He said, we got to get them fighting each other. To the point with such ferocity that they only trust us.
That's it.
To solve. So here you are in the city, 65%.
Right.
Black. Fighting amongst each other. One of the highest murder rates.
That's it.
In the country.
My Lord. And
in the planet, we lock up more people
per capita
than anybody
other
on the
industrialized country on the planet.
So now here we are with a black majority.
That's it.
The black House Negroes have come out and said, what you need us to do, boss?
What you need us to do?
Help us solve our problem. Help us stop killing each other, boss.
You know, and this the sad part about it too, Rob. Now the Republicans, they can war with one another. like you saw him did when Trump ran. You had all these candidates running, but when the nomination was secured, they didn't go against Trump. The slave Negro, like Ollie, Cedric, Bessie Smith, and Adrian, all of them have decided we're going to go with a Republican over a Democrat, even though we are Democrat, and they got no Republican endorsements from none of these cats. So it's a deep seated loyalty to racism and white supremacy to where they'll do anything to appease the slave master.
Talk about this. This is the way you just said it, brought it to a good way of explaining it. So now you got 3 Negroes who took 16 years to do nothing, voting against a brother who has proven something. That right there should let us know as black people, we need to vote for Tarver.
That's it. That's
we
straight
know
up.
Tarver, no matter whether you like him or not.
Yeah, because some of them say he's arrogant. Some of them say Tarver's arrogant. They'll try to say all that there. But hey, man.
When you dealing again, can Tom Arsenault go down there to Baton Rouge and lobby for Shreveport like Greg Tarver? He go down there and speak eloquent, but Greg Tarver go down to Baton Rouge, he's already know.
He already know.
He know who strings he need to pull to get what he got the inside contact.
Right.
Think about it. Again, when Greg Tarver came in, Cedric Glover had been there for 8 years.
Right.
Tarver came in there in 2 months. The landfill was closed.
Closed, my Lord. See what I'm talking about? Getting stuff done.
So by these Negroes who have a track record of doing nothing, switching sides, going to the Trump party, because no matter how you look at it, you Negroes, y'all might as well vote for Trump from this moment on. Because
since they switched parties.
Since they parted, what they switched to
party
they rather represent. Now again, I don't care what a person political, whoever is best for the people.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Right.
But again, you got 3, 4, 5 people who have done nothing.
Right.
Now coming out against somebody who is not scared to do something.
Right.
That lets you know the person who they come out against is the one you need to vote for.
And then something else has bothered me. District F, James Green. It's a do nothing. That Moortown is looking the same way. He ran unopposed, but ain't nothing finna change in the next 4 years for Moortown. No infrastructure projects or nothing else. These are the Toms that I've been telling y'all about. Now you got another Tom, okay? District G. I watched the brother faint more times than he actually did any work. I could time when key pieces of black legislation was coming forth. You can watch him in the chair getting dizzy. I said, oh, Lord, he finna faint. So you can ask Willie Bradford, any of them down there was with us. You say, well, the ambulance, somebody called the ambulance, they rushed in there. And so we hadn't had good representation, period. We need real, strong grassroots advocacy workers in our community that's going to speak truth to power. Hey, y'all, listen, time fly by so fast. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And don't forget to be thankful for all that God is doing for you and have done for you. You know, until we meet again, this is Real Talk Radio. Because after Real Talk, everything else is just talk. I'm here with my boy Rob, and we're going to keep it real. And you all be blessed. Don't eat too much turkey. Pray over the turkey before you eat it. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.
And Thanksgiving, also be thankful, but go out and give. Give something to somebody who ain't got nothing to be thankful for. You know, maybe change their life.
Every Thursday from 2 to 2:30, Real Talk Radio. We love you guys. Until we meet again, God bless you.
Y'all be blessed.
All right. All right.
Just because them niggas voted for him, going against him, that means
But you should